On the one hand, we've seen many senior figures in the church petition the call for Mr. Lai's release from prison on humanitarian grounds and leniency. The Holy See itself has been silent on this. There's about a decade-old agreement between Beijing and the Vatican on the appointment of bishops, which is a very thorny and controversial issue between the two states. So this could be caught up in that kind of negotiation. If Beijing wants to improve relations with the Vatican, I think court diplomatic ties with the Vatican, the Vatican has diplomatic ties with Taiwan, then releasing Mr. Lai could be part of the package.
In some ways, China does want to keep the Catholic Church on side, doesn't it? Because of the whole division over house churches and how Catholicism is worshipped in China.
Yes, this diplomatic deal that they struck about a decade ago over the bishops, part of the reason for that was to be able to support the underground church more effectively. The one thing China really loves with religion is that it's not in its control. They're worried about any aspects of civil society. The thing they would fear, for example, would be a Catholic church, such as in Poland in the Cold War, put forth for opposition. So it's not going to keep the Vatican on side and perhaps show leniency to try to help the current Pope justify continuing this deal. If the Chinese were to release Mr. Lai in, say, a year or two from now, that could be used as an argument inside the Vatican to continue this deal with Beijing.
But overall,
it's hard to see it in isolation.
And China does sometimes get rather resentful when it seems as it would be foreigners intervening in its internal affairs. How do you think they might react to pressure from the Vatican? I mean, they could push back very strongly.
They could push back, but I think most people would say in these situations that it's better to have publicity. It's better to speak out on behalf of political prisoners. Political prisoners, not just in China, but around the world, will time and again say that when people spoke out, they say that conditions in prison improved. So I think it's important that people still remember Jimmy Lai and try to help him. Whether it is doubtful, but it is something that is still probably important.
Ian Johnson. They've been battling in the past few weeks. But now it seems that the resulting floods have got out of control. It's the province of Punjab, which has been well hit, home to half of Pakistan's population, also a region the country relies on for growing much of its food. More than 160,000 people have had to be evacuated. More may well soon be following them. I spoke earlier to a resident in the provincial capital, Lahore, Atik Tasneem. He told me it's the poor who are most feeling the effects.
Lahore is divided into two parts.